All right. Hello, friends. We had a back to school night, and if for some reason you didn't get to see the presentation, or if you want to revisit the information and pause this video and look at it again, that is completely fine. We want you to use this as a resource to remind yourself of what's expected of your students and how this year is going to go. All right. So first of all, welcome to second grade at Paint Lake Elementary. My name is Miss Hay, so if you're in my homeroom, even if you're not in my homeroom, you're going to have me as your teacher for reading and writing. So this is my 5th year at Paint Lake Elementary. I graduated from EKU and love to hike, read, and spend time with my puppy, and I can't wait to learn more about you when we get to talk. Our mission this year is we know that the school year will be different, but we are just as dedicated to providing your child with a great education. We want to work with you to make sure that your child is as successful as they can be. I know it's going to be different and rough, but we are going to try the best we can. It's not going to be the same as the end of last school year. So our website, we have a second grade website where all of your assignments will be posted and all the information will be posted. It's still being constructed right now, but as soon as it's finished, I will add it to this and post it for you all and send it through Remind. Our school website is right here, and you can click on that as well. So what's different about second grade from first grade? Well, in second grade, you're going to have 2 teachers. So I will be your teacher for reading and writing. Miss Coleman will be your teacher for math, and we are going to work together, and you're going to be spending time with both of us. So for reading, what you'll expect each week, you'll have videos from me to watch. You'll have about 2 videos. So what will probably happen is I will introduce a topic to you, and then the video after that will expand on it, maybe show you a different way of doing it. And you'll have about 2 of those videos a week to watch. You'll also meet with me on Zoom to do a guided reading lesson, and you'll practice reading out loud with me, and we'll practice using the strategies and answering questions. You'll do that 2 days a week for reading, and you'll also do that 2 days a week for math. So on those 2 days, you'll have the same, like every single day, you'll have the same time, and we will tell you that time at a later date. You'll also receive weekly independent assignments from me, and you'll be working on iReady. And I'll talk about iReady more in just a little bit. For writing each week, you'll have a writing journal. And what you'll do for this is in your composition book, you'll write, you'll answer the journal, and then you'll just take a picture of it and submit it to me, because we still need to work on handwriting. Even if we are turning things in digitally, I still want you all to practice writing on paper. For math, Miss Coleman is similar to me, so you'll have 2 videos a week to watch, and you'll also meet 2 days a week with her to do a Zoom guided math lesson, and you'll practice solving problems with her, and she will also give you independent assignments and to review the skills that you've learned, and sometimes you'll even play a math game. And you'll also work on iReady, which I'll explain in just a second. So for iReady, students need to complete 45 minutes of iReady reading a week and 45 minutes of math iReady a week. So by 12 o'clock on Friday is when you need to have those 45 minutes. This equates to about 2 lessons a week. We don't want students to fly through a lesson and not pass it. We want them to try to get at least 70% on the lessons that they complete. Please let your child do this independently. It's okay if they get something wrong. That's how we know what they need to work on, and iReady adjusts for that. So if they fail a lesson twice, they know that we need to back up and do something different. Special class, you have a different special class every day. There's the schedule right here. On Friday, there's no special class. It's kind of like a catch-up day. And more information about those assignments can be found on our second grade website under the special class tab. So as soon as they start posting assignments, we will let you know. So all digital classwork will be turned in on Friday each week by 12 o'clock, and you will have a checklist from us that lets you know what needs to be completed. And any work turned in after that points will be taken off, because we need to make sure that everything is done and everything can be graded before we start the following week. If we do any digital tests, they will also be turned in on Friday. You can kind of work at your own pace as long as you check in with us and we see that you're doing your work and everything's turned in by Friday. For grading, we are going to give students an exceeds expectations if they just like knock it out of the park, go above and beyond. Meets expectations, that's they understand it, they're doing well. And needs improvement means they need more practice. All right, late work, try to stay on top of it. If you get behind, that's just going to make more and more and more that you're going to have to do during 1 week instead of being able to do it during the correct week, and everything can be turned in on time. Late work will get points taken off and it'll affect their grades. As far as communication goes, between 7:45 and 8:45 on Mondays through Fridays, we will be available to you if you have any questions. We will also be available between 1 o'clock and 2:45. So you can contact us on the Remind app. You can contact us through email. You can contact us through our cell phone. For me personally, I would prefer if you would use Remind or my cell phone. If it is after 2:45, we might take a little longer to get back with you, but we will get back with you. As far as office hours, we have Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 o'clock to 6 and 5 o'clock to 7. So on those days, Ms. Coleman will answer you on Tuesdays and I will answer you on Thursdays. So during those times, we'll be able to answer any questions that you might have. I also put my email address right here and my cell phone again. You have to sign up for Remind. It is so important. As far as attendance goes, there are mandatory check-ins. We have to do this. There are 2 check-ins for students to complete. The first one will be by 8:45 in the morning, and that will be during our morning meeting. The second check-in will be during our scheduled Zoom meeting for the day. So whatever time you were scheduled for, that's the second time that you will check in. Makeup work. So things happen. If for some reason your child gets sick and they can't do their schoolwork, or something happens, you have a death in the family, God forbid, something like that, you can have the number of days you miss to make up your assignments. So if they miss 3 days of school, they have 3 days once they come back to make it up. As far as guidance and building character goes, we are going to be talking about ways to love each other and be good friends during our morning meetings. And we're going to be looking at role models in books, talking about character traits, how to be a good citizen, how to be a good family member, how to be a good student, even if you are at home. For the rules, we're going to go over the rules in greater detail when we have our first class. And before we do that, there are always 4 really good rules to remember that always apply. The first one is to be kind and respectful to your teacher, your classmates, and yourself. The second one is to be present and show up. The only way that virtual learning will work is if you are there with us as much as possible, and you participate and you try your best. As long as you try your best, you will do great. Make sure that you stay on top of your work and complete it all on time. And the fourth one is important so we don't waste precious time by having to mute people and get off topic, because we only have such a short time together that we need to make every minute count. So have your microphone on mute unless you have been asked to unmute it or you're talking with us. I'm not going to read you word for word what my goals are as your teacher this year, but I want you to know that I'm going to do the best possible job that I can do, and Ms. Coleman will as well, to be there for your child and be communicating with you and supporting you. We are here to teach and love and be here for you. As the parent, your 2 main things that you need to make sure that your child is doing is making sure that they're there for those check-ins, because if they don't have a let's say they check in the morning, they don't check in the afternoon, that we have to count that as half a day absent. Even if they were doing their schoolwork, if they don't check in, it will be counted as an absence. And the second thing is make sure all work is turned in by Friday at noon. So a typical day for me will be from 7:45 to 8:45. I'll be answering your questions. And then at 8:45, we will have our morning meeting. So that will be for the whole class, and we'll just get our day started. After that, what I would recommend that you do is check the website for the day and make sure that you have watched the week's video for whatever subject that you're doing that day, math or reading. And then from 9:30 to 1 o'clock, we will be meeting with different small groups at their assigned time. So let's say your assigned time is 10:30. That means every day at 10:30, we will be meeting with you to teach you. And then from 1 o'clock to 2:45, we'll be answering your questions. We also might be meeting with people that we think need a little bit of extra help and talking with them and working with them as well. So if you have any questions, please let us know. You will never be bothering us. If I don't have the answer, I will try to find it for you. This is new for us as well, so we're still trying to figure some things out, but we're going to figure it out, I promise. What you need to do after back to school night or during back to school night, if it's already happened, is sign up for Remind. It is so important. This is used for attendance by us. You'll text us through Remind and tell us and check in. If you have any questions that you might have, think about what those are and get them to me. Become familiar with the websites we will be using. I will make some tutorials for you all, some videos to watch, and you all can watch how to get onto these websites. If you're using a phone, you'll have to download the apps. So that might be something that we need to talk about. So if you need help with any of this stuff, please, I'd rather you ask and we can figure it out than you all to be struggling on your own. So please let us know if you need any help figuring out any of the websites. All right, we can do this, and I will see you all soon, and I can't wait to get to know you, and I'm excited to be your teacher this year, and I know Miss Coleman feels the same way. So I will see you soon.